Hello, Web Ruled, and welcome to another quick brief. My name is Frank, and today is April 16th. So I'd like to go over a few trends that are going on. First, let's start off on how virtual services can help your company. There's a couple of things going on when it comes to variable cost or pay-as-you-go approach. This is really cool because what you can do is you can, like it says, pay as you go. So you don't have to pay month to month. You can pay once, you can pay twice, or you can pay whenever you need it. And this is really practical, like for a small business or a service or something like that, or a micro business like myself, where you can go to a virtual assistant and you can pay for services that are really, really inexpensive. Or like I use a virtual assistant that does my web research for me, and they're all the way in India, and it's Seppical is the place, and I actually got it off of Elance, which is a site online where you can hire different types of companies or virtual assistants that are out there, and it's really, really not cheap, but inexpensive and practical because you can just use it on the fly and you can use it whenever you need it rather than just paying all the time for it and becoming really expensive. And like it says, next one is business on the internet. Instead of just brick and mortar, there's brick and order, and a lot more small businesses are actually creating their online presence and or on their online face. And it looks like the budget for 2011 for small businesses are up by 20% to 25% for e-commerce based website development. So a lot of small businesses are building the website. I know it's really easy and cheap too when you have templates that are out there that you can use, or you can have, again, a virtual assistant who can build a really small or really big, or depending on what you really need, a website that's out there. And like the other bullet point there said, you can pay as you go. So I know it's really inexpensive. I know when I first started building my website a while ago, through research and through finding out, it's really inexpensive to even have one. It's really cheap. You don't have to have like an inventory or a warehouse full of products anymore. It can be somewhere else, some other warehouse where you can ghost ship, which, if you don't know what that is pretty much just having an order through your website, the warehouse wherever it is ships it for you with your label on it. So, and it's really inexpensive and really practical and really easy to have a server somewhere else, just like my website, and have somebody else build it for you. That's really, really quick, really, really easy, and it looks really, really good. And when it comes to freelancers, a lot more large companies are hiring freelancers to do the work for them because it's a lot more cost effective to have a small business or an individual person doing the same kind of work that a larger company or a larger consultant or a larger service company can do, because they're able to do it less expensively than somebody else. And when it comes to a virtual assistant, if you're a small business or a small service company like myself, again, you can have them do all the busy work, or any kind of work you can delegate to them. That'll make it easier for you to do the rest of your job. So, and that's really good too. And by the third quarter of 2011 here, Witchlance.com predicts that freelancers, or at least will be making as a whole about 150 million in other marketplaces or major marketplaces in quarterly billings. So it looks like this trend is growing too, where you have really small businesses, people who are just out there that just create their own company, or they're freelancers, they just do it because they can't find the work. So a lot more people are doing that. And another thing that comes in here is altruism. Again, you have people out there who just don't want their companies or their brands to be spending a lot of money on advertising. They want to know that a company feels real and it contributes to society. I believe I talked to you about this the last time, where you have a company that's a lot more touchy-feely, that's out there, that's actually doing stuff, doing good for the community, doing good for society, and people want to know this, and consumers want to know this before they buy from them. And when it comes to online shopping frenzies, there are companies, people out there and companies out there that they want to know that something, a service or a product, is available online. They can get it, and they can get it last minute and on specials. They know they can get it for less than they can get it somewhere else, and then they'll switch over and buy from there. So, and also these companies, if you're a company that's doing this, is, you know, creating this need, and also you are giving them a reason or encouraging them to buy. So, and then also when it comes to online culture, so you have people that, just like in the outside world where you have people who show things off, like their cars or the house or something like that, people want to do that online. They want to do it on Facebook, they want to do it on Twitter, they want to show people how popular they are, how, you know, if you have, you know, you don't have to be, you want to show off what you've got. So if you have, if you have, you know, a whole bunch of friends on there, or you're doing something really unique, or you're out there doing a whole bunch of stuff that's really interesting and exciting, that's a way to show it off. And this is a new way to do that. So again, the trend with social networking and social apps and all this social stuff, it's just another way to show off who you are and what you do and how popular you are. And when it comes to health before wealth, people are looking for ways to be not only entertained but also healthier. When they want to, you know, get healthier or more into more physical activity, a lot of the technology and physical activities are merging together, just like the Wii, when you can do a whole bunch of exercises like bowling and like aerobics and a whole bunch of other stuff, or tennis. You are able to become healthy. You don't have to always go out all the time, but this is just becoming more practical, and it's giving people more of a reason to get into exercise, making it more fun and interesting. So that's really big right now. A lot of the health trend and the whole green trend, and then, you know, saving money trend, it all fits together. So also when it comes to word of mouth, you know, it works the same way. You don't have to be Paris Hilton to be a socialite anymore. If you have 300 friends or more on your Facebook page or on your friends, you can be a socialite too. You can influence people. You can let people know what's going on. You can become popular. So that's really interesting and really a big trend right now as well. So sort of like a paradigm shift where things are becoming in the virtual world where you can be just like a really, really popular person or a socialite person out in the real world. You can be one in the virtual world as well. And that's really influential too, because in the next slide, when it comes to flash mobs, you have people who are on the fly. They see what their friends are doing online, or their friends are doing on Facebook or on Foursquare or something like that, make last minute decisions to do it and just be spontaneous, which is, they'll act on invitations and announcements on their social media channels and just go for it and just do it just at the last minute. Oh, my friends are doing this, there's a party happening over here, or there's something fun happening over here. Boom, they'll do it right away. And when it comes to greenwashing, uh, people are really, really becoming more in tune with, just like the last presentation I did about green, about environmentally friendly companies that are out there that are giving and making sure that their products are environmentally friendly. So that's really important too, because the consumers are pushing this. They're pushing this with their dollar. They're saying, hey, we want something that's better for the environment, that's a lot healthier for me, and that I want to know that you're doing this and making an effort, or I won't buy from you and I'll go somewhere else. And this last part here, when it comes to working in the cloud. So you have applications and you have information that's out there. It's not on your computer, it's somewhere else, or you're working off of a computer or other server that's somewhere else where you have your applications. I know, like, I use Google Office, and there's a few other, I believe the last slides a while ago I mentioned that there's a whole bunch of applications that are out there. So it's software on another computer that you can use from your computer to collaborate with, and you can use to share information with, and you can use to, like I do, I use McAfee, their backup servers, for all of my important files that are on my computer here at my office or at my home. So it's really easy, really practical, and it's becoming huge. When it comes to the security concerns, of course, you have, you know, you have the companies out there like McAfee, and you have making efforts to make sure that information's available, and then when you are sharing information or collaborating, that it's reliable. So it's not expensive anymore. You don't have to buy software all the time. You can use it in the cloud to help out your business. So I hope you have enjoyed this presentation, and I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Thank you. Bye.